A lot of us are hearing what is going on in Nigeria. Nigeria is in a state of very serious unrest, and a lot of things are already going on in the country. This is because of the current EndSARS protests going on across the country. SARS is an acronym for the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, which was a unit that was formed in the year 1992 from the Nigerian police. It was formed to curtail armed robbery, to fight against kidnapping, and so on. But this current SARS unit has gone rogue. A report shows that from the year 2017 up to the year 2020, there have been over 82 cases of extrajudicial killings by this current SARS unit. The protests actually began in the year 2017, when there were reports about the killings, extrajudicial killings by the SARS. There were protests in Lagos, in London, in different parts of the world about the SARS, calling for the government to disband SARS, and they refused to disband the unit. In the year 2020, 3rd of October 2020 and 5th of October 2020, these SARS officers shot two Nigerians, one on 3rd of October 2020 and the other 5th of October 2020. From the 8th of October 2020, reports started coming from different parts of the country, giving reports of how deadly and how evil the SARS unit is. Because of this, the EndSARS hashtag began to trend again. Millions of people began to tweet calling for the end of SARS using that hashtag EndSARS. 2 days into the protest, about 3 days, the Nigerian government announced that they had banned SARS and so on. But Nigerians refuse to believe, because this is not the first time the Nigerian government is announcing that they have ended SARS. On top of that, there are several issues going on in Nigeria. I've made 2 videos talking about the evil going on in Nigeria. That Nigeria has been the 3rd most terrorized country in the world for over 3 years now. After Afghanistan and Iraq, Nigeria is the most terrorized country in the world. Fulani herdsmen killings, rape. You now have a country where you have Boko Haram members joining the army. They call them repentant Boko Haram members, joining the Nigerian army, joining the state security service. How can you have a country like this? How can you have people who are from Boko Haram joining the army of a nation? And you're talking about ending insecurity in the country. Nigeria is not the poverty capital of the world. Everything is very costly in the market. There's no security, no job security, unemployment everywhere, people are suffering. The country is in a total state of decay. This current government has failed Nigerians and have failed woefully. Nigerians are not only protesting to see the end of SARS. Nigerians are now protesting to see the end of bad governance in the country, to see the end of injustice in the country, to see the end of corruption in the country, to see the end of nepotism in the country. These are things that are holding this country down. People are dying, people are suffering, people are in poverty, people are in pains. This current government is very, very, very guilty of nepotism, very guilty of corruption. This country people are suffering in Nigeria, people are passing through hard times in the country. This is what the protests are all about. And if the Nigerian government does not take time, the protest is going to lead to revolution. The protest going on in Nigeria would lead to a revolution if the Nigerian government refuses to do what the government is supposed to do. We have been talking about bad leadership in Africa. How our bad leaders are not the new colonial masters we have. If the government refuses to do anything about the protests going on in the country, to address silent issues that are being raised, to bring unity into the country, to end discrimination, to end the killings by the Fulani herdsmen or Fulani militia or whatever I call them, who have taken even more lives than Boko Haram, who at one time was listed as the 4th most worst terrorist group in the world. If the Nigerian government refuses to do anything to remove all those Boko Haram members from the Nigerian army and bring to you through unity and bring a structure that will bring true equity and justice in the country, then there is no assurance that the civil unrest in the country would come to an end. If not, I foresee a revolution in the country. And I will be in support of such a revolution, because we in Africa, we are tired of the evil bad governance that we're seeing in the country. So, for the Nigerian government to bring an end to the protests, they must bring down the price of fuel, because this present government promised to reduce the price of fuel from 86 naira per litre to 50 naira per liter. Instead, it actually increased the price from 86 naira to 161 naira. Can you imagine that kind of country? A bag of rice that used to be sold for about 8,500 naira. I just went to the market to buy one just about 2 hours ago at about 34,000 naira. This is about what we could have used to buy about 3 or 4 or 5 bags in the past. How are Nigerians going to survive all this evil in just one country? There is need for a revolution. If the government refuses to do what it should do, then there is no going back, because people are tired. I myself am tired. I am very, very tired of what is going on in the country. I'm very, very tired. And I'm even tired that the African Union that we should be petitioning is nowhere to be found. I've been talking about the African Parliament, and the African Union, they don't have ear to hear what we're talking about. We need an African Parliament, and we have not seen it yet. In case the African Union refuses to have an African Parliament to address issues in Africa, then the people of Africa will keep rising to address the problems themselves. And the problems are going to be addressed in a way that African leaders are not going to like. This is all we have to say. Let the government listen to the people, or the people will take over the government. Simple and short. God bless Africa. God bless African unity. And may God remove all evil rulers in Africa and bless us with leaders with great vision. God bless Africa.